What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Between Me and You podcast. I'm Jordan Tana, and this is my co-host, Andy Controller.
All right, good night.
What if we try doing an episode in like 15 minutes?
Fuck, dude. We should like script an episode.
We would have to. Yeah, definitely.
Dude, that'd be so funny, though. I think we would just jumble our words the whole time.
Yeah, it'd be a lot of stuttering and stuff.
Yeah.
I could probably read fast.
I mean, I feel like, I can't, but
I read Spanish.
we should do an episode in Spanish.
In Spanish? Well, how about... Go ahead. What were you going to say?
Oh, no, I was going to say that we can do it because Premiere now has a setting where you can do it and you can get the captions. So we can do them in English.
So what if we do an episode? We do 2 episodes, both the same material, one English, one in Spanish.
That'd be sick for our Mexican viewers.
Yeah, just at least one.
It's just that my primo in Mexico gracias.
So it would be easy because we would do the first episode in English, and then I would have you or like someone translate my part for me and your part. And then
Yeah.
I would you know Spanish. I would just be reading the whole time. I'd be like, oh, this is when I say this. Oh, okay. And then I have to know how to act.
He's like, ha ha ha.
Ja, 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 ja.
Yeah. Welcome back, everybody.
Yeah, welcome back, everybody. We told you we were after the new year. We took a while to get settled in, but now we're back in. We're back on our once a week episode.
Hell yeah.
Last week we kind of fucked up. I think we got too a little excited.
Yeah.
And like getting back in, we didn't do raves and rants. So we're back. And we're gonna do raves and rants.
So what's your rave and rant, Jordan?
My rave.
What are you happy about? Let's start with what you're happy about. I feel like you always start with your rants.
Okay. Okay. So recently, there's like obviously I hang out around a lot of people that are like creators and stuff, whether it's photography, video, podcasts, anything like that. Like I hang around with a lot of people like that, and I love. The other day I was hanging out with, actually I'll just say his name, Jer Delgadillo, videographer and photographer, and Eric Castaño's same thing as well. But Jer, it's just like it's cool to hang out with people that are like kind of doing the same thing as far as like doing creative stuff. And not only are they like focused on like how they can make themselves better or like whatever craft they're doing, trying to perfect it, but at the same time, like Jared was giving me like tips and tricks and ideas of like how to expand like what I do.
Okay.
And it was just cool, like, because you know there's so many people out there that are like, oh no, only I want to be successful, only I want, only I can be the one coming out of Yuma to be like, you know, oh, you know, he's from Yuma, like some like famous photographer or something.
Yeah.
And it's cool that like someone like him that's like also on the same path is also like, yo, by the way, like I was thinking you should do this for your podcast, or you should like expand and do this.
Giving
and I was like,
tips.
oh
That's
man, and like I was like, man, thank you. I appreciate that. Like it's one thing for me myself to just constantly like, that's all I'm ever thinking about. I was like, how can I make this podcast better? How can I make mine better? Should we do more videos? Stuff like this. And it's cool that someone on the outside was like, yo, like I've been, you know, seeing some of your stuff. And I had this idea that you should do, because he's like, well, I do, you know, videography, and I'm more behind the camera. You're kind of in front of it. On the front end of it, it's like, you should do this and it would help you out. And I'm like, I appreciate that. It's cool that people would give me something like to like, they don't get anything out of it. They're just doing it just to be good people.
Yeah.
And they're just looking out for someone else.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's, of course, we always run into those people who do think they're hot shit and they just won't help you. But Yuma thankfully has a lot of good people, and like we all want to see each other like blow up and get better. Of course. So I think that's what's really cool. And I don't know Jer. I think I've seen him in person like one time, and I said what's up to him, but I feel like I just know him by association. But he looks really cool. I mean, from your podcast, I've seen him on Eric's podcast, and I've seen him on Eric's like thing. So maybe one day I'll meet him.
No, yeah, I give him shit all the time, and we always like butt heads, but like in a funny way. We just always talk shit back and forth. But it comes down to it, the guy's like one of the nice guys and most like sweetest people I've ever met.
That's
but I just
cool.
like fucking with him.
I'll meet him one day.
I like being a bully.
Yeah, I saw your. I was watching part of the Yuma scene. The beginning, you're like, look at these dumbasses, something like that. Like right off the bat, I was like, God damn.
Yeah, because they always try to roast me from the very beginning, so I just got to jump on it before they do.
Oh, okay.
And just keep calling.
You're that guy.
Shit. Yeah, I gotta beat them to the punch.
I get you.
So what are you happy about today?
You know, you just gave me the idea of something. Like a rave too. So I went to a party last week, and it was pretty cool because there was a lot of creators there too. And it kind of got me, it gave me back that little spark to be like, I need to start making videos and start putting more content out there.
Yeah.
Because I saw them and like they were all like having a good time, and I was like, you know, like that's what they do. I don't know if the other guys had like other jobs like on the side or anything.
Yeah.
But I know that they podcast and they have a pretty big following. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I want that. Like I want just to make videos. Like I was with Eric, and I know he's like a YouTuber and he's established already, and I'm like that's what I want to do. I want to make videos and skits for the rest of my life.
No, yeah, that's good. That's cool because you're doing what like everyone says is like you got to surround yourself with people that are either motivated or like have goals, or even if it's like the same thing as you want to surround yourself with those kind of people.
Yeah,
so that makes sense. Like like you, what you want to become is who you should probably hang out with. Yeah, and you're doing that in a way. Like you're hanging out with those type of people. They obviously have made it. They know like ins and outs of it. And not so much you can get like tips and tricks from them, but just hanging out with them in general, like that's gonna put you down that path.
Yeah, dude.
Like if you're hanging out with drug dealers, more than likely you're gonna be a drug dealer or a drug addict. Like it's just how it works. And my parents have always said that too. Like the type of people you hang out around with are where you're gonna be influenced by.
Yeah. What's the saying? Tell me who your friends are, and I'll tell you who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, it kind of just inspired me to be like, get your shit together, stop being lazy, and go do videos.
That's good. Yeah.
And right when I got home, I was like, I went to my laptop and just started editing a video that I've had there for a very long time. Yeah. So I guess just be on the lookout for that on my channel. But yeah, dude, I mean, I told you when I filmed it, and it's funny because I cut out the part when I say like when we filmed it, but I'm like,
they're gonna talk about like how they're excited to go watch Godzilla vs. King Kong. Yeah. It's like the fish shit came out like last year.
And we're like, yeah, COVID just started, and
it's gonna be the worst time. But it's probably gonna last like a month or two.
It's gonna pass by. We're good.
They're like, when the fuck did he record this?
We're like, hey, dude, this has been the best year. Nothing's gonna ruin it. Like, everyone's like,
this year's it's like January 3rd. Like this year's gonna be my
2020.
Year. Like, does he not know what year he's recording this in? Like, what are you talking about? The next 3 years are gonna be the best years of my life. Like. What year are you doing this?
It's like, God damn, when'd you record this?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So I guess just be on the lookout. It's coming. It's a longer video, so that's why it's taking me longer to edit.
Yeah.
But yeah, what's your rant?
We've talked about this multiple times, but I was thinking of rants, and I was like, well, I've told Andy that before. I was like, but I haven't told these people that. One of my rants, and you hate me for it, or you don't like me for it, but I don't like going to movie premieres for multiple reasons. One. It's at like midnight or 11:45 or some shit.
Not anymore.
Normally during the week, like on a Thursday.
It's at Thursday at 6 p.m.
Okay, now I'm saying back in the day.
Oh, back
now. Okay. That's back in the day. That's what I hated. It was so late and all this shit.
Yeah.
Secondly, even now, it doesn't matter if it's at 6 p.m., 1 in the fucking morning, or at like 9 in the morning. You can watch this movie and everyone's going to be like, it's obviously most of those people, if not like 99.9% of the people, it's their first time watching that movie.
Yep.
So every scene that's exciting, they're going to fucking clap, or you're going to hear people laughing loud, or like, oh yeah. Like, and it pisses me off because, and I get it. I totally get it. It's like you want to make the experience more like interactive, but at the same time is like when you're clapping because, you know, fucking
Spider-Man came out.
Spider-Man just came out. You know, what's his name? The first Spider-Man?
Tobey Maguire.
Tobey Maguire comes out and you're like, oh! And it was going crazy.
Spoiler alert.
Oh, shut the fuck. It's been out for like weeks now. Go watch it. I haven't even watched it, but I don't care. But like, I hate it's like you guys are all clapping and it's like, great. Now you guys have been clapping for a good minute, 30 seconds, and I don't know the next dialogue. So now I'm lost.
Wouldn't that be fucking funny to make a movie where you know people are going to clap, so you have a joke or something important right after that? Like Spider-Man comes out and he says...
And they miss it?
Yeah. Spider-Man comes out and he's like, Venom's coming, but everybody's like, wow! But nobody knows that he
And then next thing you know, like a couple scenes later, Venom comes out and like, oh, I didn't even see that coming. Yeah, it's like, well, maybe you guys would just shut the fuck up. You would have heard that or seen that.
He breaks the fourth wall like, I told you guys.
Yeah, like I mentioned it in the beginning.
Like 2 minutes ago. Come on.
Yeah. So that's mine.
You know, my rant is on people who rant about movie theaters. No, well, I can't think of a rant, but...
That's good. That means you're a happy person all the time. Nothing bothers you.
I guess, you know, as much as I want to say what I really want to say... All crazy. What I was telling you about earlier? No. I just want movies to come out already, and I'm going to rant on Top Gun Maverick. Because
we've talked about this so many times.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this fucking movie, and I just feel like it's gonna get delayed one more time because Paramount was supposed to have a red carpet event for one of their movies, but it was canceled and pushed back
because of the outbreak.
Because of the outbreak, yeah. Yeah. And I get it.
The Omarion?
I totally get it, guys. The Omarion.
The Omarion.
I got the icebox. No, yeah. And I get it. I completely get it. I'm not saying like this disease or this.
No, I don't fucking get it.
What?
Pisses me off.
But
just let us get it or just not get it.
Let me watch Top Gun. I want to watch it. I was at the fucking trailer premiere. Just let me watch the goddamn movie.
Okay, let me ask you this. With that being said, so let's say the movie, it's come out in the summer, right?
May, yeah.
The new
Memorial
Top Gun?
Day weekend. Yeah.
Okay, let's say they push it back again, right?
Yep.
But what if they said, what's the most you would pay for like an at-home? What's it called? Like a stream? What's it called?
Like the on demand, like
yeah. So like they were just saying like, look, okay, the actual movie is gonna come out in theaters, but like not till January of 2023. But they're like, or you can rent it and watch it at home on HBO Max or something for like $100. Would you do it?
I don't think so. I want the experience.
I really thought you would. So you wouldn't be like, dude, okay, I want to watch it.
I probably would. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I would buy it just to watch it. But goddamn, I want to watch it in the movie theaters. And on my honeymoon, I went to a 4DX theater where, dude, did I tell you about this?
No, but I saw, yeah.
So the theater is literally 4DX where you put on 3D glasses, the seats move, they shake you.
Yeah.
If there's explosions, there's strobe lights. If there's smoke on screen, they have like smoke. If it gets cold in the room in the movie, it gets fucking cold. Like it's really interactive. And we went to go watch Spider-Man, and it was the best way to watch Spider-Man. Even when he got punched in the back, you get punched in the back.
Oh,
like
wow.
It's like that interactive. So I'm like,
that's insane.
Yeah, I was like, I have to watch Top Gun in this movie. And the closest one to us is San Diego. So I'm going to go watch it in San Diego. But I was like, I just think that experience, like, I'm going to say I've waited my whole life for the second movie to come out because my dad showed me Top Gun at a very young age and it's been out since 1985.
Yeah.
So legit all my life. So I don't know. I think it'll be really hard for me to be like, I don't want to watch it, but I know I have to watch it.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah. So I guess there would be no number for me to be like, I'm not going to watch this movie.
It'd be like a DirecTV, like fucking on-demand thing. Like a UFC fight.
Yeah, but it kind of does suck that, like, I know that they're not going to make a third one if this movie doesn't do good. But it's like, we'll never know if it does good, and we'll never know if we'll get a third one until this movie comes out.
See, and I don't even know. It could go one of two ways. The anticipation for a lot of people could either be like, when the movie finally comes out, it's going to be like, finally, and everyone's going to go crazy. Yep. Or there's going to be so many people that are like, oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I was excited for this June, and then January, and then now May. It's like, by then, like, it kind of just fades away, like, the excitement, anticipation. They're just like, oh, yeah, that movie came out. Cool. Well, and it's not a big hit, but it could go one of two ways.
So the one thing that I feel like is redeeming about that is it's on Memorial Day weekend.
Okay.
So it's a big military weekend.
Yeah.
So that movie caused them to, like, the Navy especially, I think their like signups went up like 300% once that movie came out. So I'm like, okay, well, it's a Memorial Day weekend, a military weekend. So I'm like, that's what I'm hoping to really redeem the movie.
See,
and I feel like a new trailer is going to come out this in Super Bowl, because the last trailer was 2 years ago.
At that point, they're just gonna you put all the trailers together, it's gonna be the whole movie.
Yeah, right.
Fucking trailers.
So that I don't know, because they still haven't released a lot. If you look at both trailers, there's only 2 trailers, and if you look at both trailers, a lot of the scenes are repeated.
Oh, okay.
So there's like a couple new scenes, but it's like them like playing football on the beach, like shirtless,
like volleyball.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Like the original one. So
the only thing I have that I think might kind of fuck it up is that we got to remember Top Gun came out years ago before some of us were even born.
Yeah.
So even now, think of what like majority of like the big crowd is, or younger kids. As much as it's a big movie, it's Tom Cruise. A lot of kids, like, dude, it's insane that there's like there's kids right now that are like in middle school, high school that have never even seen Fast and the Furious, the first one.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
True. Yeah,
so it's like
true.
That could also fuck it up. It's like, are they relying so much that it's a classic, everyone knows it, so when it comes out, everyone's gonna watch it? It's like, or you're wrong, or like the 20-30% of people that are either still alive that when that movie came out they were old, or even now that are like kids like our age, maybe even like I think I want to push up to like the oldest like their age group will be is like as old as possible, because it's whoever is around that time. anything below, I'm gonna say anything below 30. Not a lot of people are gonna watch this movie.
Yeah.
Even 25. I'll go down 25 because I'm 28, so it's like we'll go down 25.
Yeah, I mean Eric, he's in his 30s and he's never seen Top Gun.
Exactly. See?
Yeah.
So then you have that, which that would make sense. That Top Gun. It's a classic movie. It's iconic. Everyone knows it. Everyone has heard of it. Everyone knows, like, when you think of Tom Cruise, that's probably what you think of, or Mission Impossible. But there's also a lot of people that they're like, oh, I've heard of it, but I've never seen it. It's one of those movies, you know?
Yeah, and so honestly, it's like an 80s movie, like Rocky. Like, people have seen the Creed movies, but they've never seen Rocky.
I don't know. Rocky's something that, like, I mean, now they fucked it up with Creed, so they can't really do like a Top Gun thing. But Rocky could be like, they could have done a 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4 now.
Like, yeah.
And it would have been huge.
Yeah.
Because I have a like a 5-6-year-old little brother that is a huge Rocky fan.
Really?
Not Sylvester Stallone, like Rocky. Like, he watches all the movies at least once a week.
Wow.
Insane.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, I get that. And I can see how a lot of kids would get into it. They see him like as a modern day superhero in a way.
Yeah.
Without all the crazy powers. But yeah, so I don't know. I was thinking about that too. I was like, Top Gun could be a big box hit, or it could be a flop.
Yeah.
Easily. It could easily go one of both ways.
I'm just hoping that there's enough cool scenes in the movie to really push people to go watch it. The only thing that I was also worried about, I think, is either 2 weeks before or 2 weeks after there's a Marvel movie coming out. So they should
Which
know.
Marvel movie though?
It's Doctor Strange, I think. But people are they're really waiting for that one because they said that Spider-Man might come back again. And Tom Cruise might play fucking Iron Man, like rumors.
Oh, like they once said back in the day?
Yeah.
Wow.
So according to the new Doctor Strange movie, like there's going to be variants of different superheroes. So like John Krasinski, he auditioned to play Captain America. So he's going to play Captain America. Tom Cruise was the original Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man, and now he might come back just to be a variant, but it might be like short cameos, like 5 minutes, if that.
That would make sense.
Yeah, and it's just like, who are you? Like, I'm Iron Man. Like, no, you're not. Like, okay, bye. Like, it might be that short. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see that.
But
come in for a quick fight scene and then bounce out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I think that's the only thing I'm afraid of, because you can never go against a Marvel movie, Harry Potter, Star Wars. No movie. Like, you have to
go against.
Like, let's say John Wick came out the same weekend as the new Star Wars movie. Everyone's gonna go watch Star Wars.
Oh, you got to plan it properly.
You got to plan it properly to see what movie's coming out the next weekend. Because that happened to Power Rangers. Power Rangers, the reboot. I love the new movie.
I love it
but
too.
Because of Beauty and the Beast came out the week after, the box office went down. Like, it didn't make enough money because Beauty and the Beast, which is Disney.
I didn't even watch that.
Well, you wouldn't watch it?
I didn't watch the Beauty.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, but people did. People took their kids, the nostalgia of it. Everyone wanted to go see. So it didn't make a lot of money. Mm-hmm. But it's just those movies that you just can't go against. Disney, Marvel,
so it's just
DC.
It's just like a rule for, like, it's like, hey, like, let's all share a piece, not all fucking be selfish.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I feel like there's enough movies that have been put on hold to be like, you know what? I get this week, you get this week.
Yeah. It's funny that you say that too, because there was like a podcast I listened to where they were talking about how can you imagine being like around like the 90s when I'm trying to think of like major movies that all came out in 1 year. And then going to the Oscars, and it was like for best actor was like fucking Leonardo DiCaprio in Titanic. Or what's his name from fucking Hannibal Lecter? Like these like classic,
dude, that's true.
Like top 10 movies were all at one point. It was like that. Like in a matter of 6 months, you got all the greatest movies ever. Come the Golden Globes or like the Oscars. It was so hard. It was like I want all those to win.
Yeah,
like that's what it was like. And now it's kind of just like you'll have a year where you have like fucking. What's his name that played Captain America? And then you can have like another genre where you have like The Notebook. Like it just all mixes around enough to where, okay, that makes sense. Like that person's definitely going to win, or they possibly would. But you have like a category where it's like best movie of the year. And it was like all those movies were like Oscar winning movies.
Like, have you seen the movie Shawshank Redemption?
I've never seen it.
So I think...
That's what Morgan
I could be
Freeman,
right. Yeah, Morgan Freeman, and I forgot the other guy's name.
The white guy's name.
Yeah. But I think that movie didn't win Best Picture. and another movie did.
Because he was going up against another big movie.
Yeah. But Shawshank Redemption is like way more remembered and way more widely known.
Yeah.
Like because so it's crazy because you say that because there was just so many good movies that came out that year.
Yeah.
And now, I completely agree. I can't imagine like now we hear maybe 5 movies that are like, oh my God, yeah, these are Oscar worthy movies.
But they won't put them up against each other.
Yeah, exactly.
You won't see that
exactly.
happen. Yeah, because it'd be almost impossible.
But back then it was just like, oh my God, there's this movie. Yeah.
But that was good though, because then it forced all these directors and like movie producers to like really create like one of the best movies ever.
Yeah.
Because then it's like
true.
in the back of their mind, they're like, oh damn, but that movie there's got Tom Cruise, and that movie there's got Tom Hanks, and that one over there's got fucking Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
They're like, it made all those movies were all like in the running for like number one.
Yeah, dude.
And so they're like, you got a bunch of great movies. Now you have like one that just blows the whole year out the water, and it's like that one's gonna win best.
Yeah,
film.
that one's gonna
win
yeah.
best screen or best, whatever. But yeah, I think it's like I like the idea that we can get like something really amazing out of it. If you really like force everyone's like, I'm really going up against like the best, so my shit has to be like the best of the best.
I'm hoping Top Gun wins awards because for its cinematography. Because honestly, I watch a lot of airplane movies, like jet movies. I don't think since the first Top Gun, there hasn't been another airplane movie where they shot it the way they shot it.
Oh,
because even the original Top Gun, they had cameras mounted on the jets and like they were first person. Even the new one, they did the exact same thing with IMAX cameras, and there hasn't been a movie like that since 1985.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, I hope it wins awards, and I hope like they make another one. But Tom Cruise is old, bro.
Yeah, but he still looks good as shit.
He still looks good, but it's just like, I don't know. Like I just feel like no one's gonna believe him being a pilot at 64.
Yeah, some people are like, usually you retire at like 40.
Exactly, dude.
How this guy, he's like the Van Wilder of fucking,
yeah,
he just never wants to graduate. He never wants to get out of fucking flying planes. So he just like dies doing that.
Well, even in the movie trailer, they're like, you should be like a 2-star admiral. Like, why are you captain?
Yeah.
And I mean, it's his rebellious.
I was just going to say that plays in perfectly because it makes sense. It's like, well, that would make sense. In the first one, you see him like doing flybys like really low over the tower and shit. So it's like
shit
that
would
make sense. Yeah, that would make sense. You should be like fucking president of the United States, but because you're so crazy and like, the shit you do is why we win wars or because you're such a good pilot.
Yeah.
But that is the reason why we can't promote you or something. So that makes sense. So it's good.
Speaking of, I have my fucking...
Your team Maverick?
Maverick.
Wow.
Yep.
I'm team Goose.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I'm going to wear this all podcast.
You should wear it like a cape.
A cape? Yeah. Dude, no, I want to buy a flight suit.
You look like an idiot. They're not going to let you in. Stolen valor.
I'm going to wear all your army patches on a Navy flight suit.
With the golden trident.
Yeah. Navy SEAL pilot, Army Ranger.
Navy SEAL fighter pilot, special forces.
Hell yeah. Well, you would know this. In the military, is it pretty easy to lose your rank? Like if you do something bad.
Oh man, I feel like this is something I shouldn't say, but I don't think I'm like could get in trouble for it. But like it is really hard to lose rank. But there's a weird thing. I can't remember how to explain it, but like as fast as you can lose rank, it's just as easy to get it back. If that makes sense.
Got it.
So you could be going like a good 3-4 years and you're on your shit and you get promoted every time, and then you can lose that rank and you just go one below, depending how bad it is. Most likely it's just one rank below. But in a matter of like, I want to say 6 months tops, you can be right back at where you're at.
Oh, okay.
Based off just how you turn yourself around, the things you could possibly do, certain things you like volunteer for. It could be okay, he's learning, and they'll give you your rank back.
Okay.
But it's kind of hard because I mean, dude, like losing rank is not hard, but like getting kicked out, especially on like I think it's hard to get kicked out for dishonorable discharge.
It's easier to get kicked out?
It's hard.
Oh, it's
So
hard.
like you can get kicked out. So like what I'm saying is I knew of people that were like they got a DUI or they got caught smoking weed, they pissed hot while they were in the military. What happened was they got kicked out. They weren't able to re-enlist or nothing, but they would do this thing where they're like, okay, well, this guy's not that bad of a person. He just made this one mistake where he smoked weed and he got caught. But other than that, like he's always been on time, all this shit. So they're like, all right, we're going to let him out on honorable discharge.
Oh, okay.
But we're not gonna let him re-enlist. Nothing. But he's gonna get out sooner. Up to him if he wants to explain to his family why he did. But we're not gonna ruin the rest of his, because once you get dishonorable discharged, from what I've heard, like you can't even get a job at like McDonald's. Like it's almost impossible. It's really fucking hard. So they're like, okay, like we're not gonna ruin this guy's life. He made one mistake. He's getting kicked out, but you know he shouldn't be
nicely.
Yeah, but it's like, but we're gonna, you know, you'll be fine. Like, it's up to you if you want to. You know, it's up to you if you want to tell the close people why you got out. You know, you did a 4-year contract, and you only got out in 1.5 or 2 on you. Shit. But it's just not gonna show like physically. So that was always a thing. I mean, literally, you'd have to like murder someone or something to really be dishonorable discharge. Or like, I even knew of people that went like AWOL, like they would just leave and then they came back. Same thing. They would just be like, they would put them on lockdown. They'd be in there for like a few months, and then they'd get out and like honorable discharge. Shit. It was really weird. Yeah. So that's like, funny. It's not like there's not like anyone that gets dishonorably discharged, you got to be careful because like you don't know what
it is bad. Yeah. That's funny because in the movies they make it seem like it's like anything.
You're talking
like,
back, you're out.
Yeah,
and it's
exactly.
Like dishonorable discharge. It's like,
yeah, like
no.
You saved this guy, but you disobeyed an order. Dishonorable discharge.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't be like that at all. No.
That's funny. Movie.
So many people in the real life would be like, he saved this person's life, but he did go against our orders. But he saved like another soldier's life. All right, he's gonna get kicked out, but we're not gonna put him dishonorable. He's a fucking hero. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I got a surprise for you. So close your eyes.
Dude. Okay. It's a surprise. I'm excited.
Open it.
Holy shit. This is such a weirdly shaped bottle.
Well, I told you I was gonna like bring some tall boys, so I got a good old. I need to get a 40 of it. I got a 42 ounce of 40. I guess it's like 2022, so they do the 42 ounces now. And they're in plastic, so I'm kind of mad.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, what?
It makes sense. A lot of crackheads that smoke these, they usually drop them on the way out the store, so they put them in plastic so they could just bounce around.
Hell yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, so
dude, you're gonna need so a bottle badass.
Opener. Yeah, and I was like, I don't want to get you a tall can because that's like, I don't want mine to look bigger than yours. So I was like, it's almost like perfect height.
Yeah, it is.
Is yours 40? Yours isn't 42 ounces.
No, it's like 30.
Like 38 or something.
24.
Really?
Yeah.
It's probably because it's skinny volume.
Yeah.
All right, well, I like the whole cap, but yeah, I did a...
That's cool. Thanks, man.
Yeah, you're welcome. Oh, shit.
I love Modelo, too.
Yeah, you said surprise you, so I was like, I'll surprise him with like a big... Oh, cheers, cheers, cheers.
Hell yeah.
Man, this brings back fucking Euphoria right here. Is that what it's called?
Euphoria.
Memories? No. What's it called? When you smell something and it reminds you of like a time in the past.
Memories.
No, you know what the word is. You know what I'm talking about, huh?
I don't remember.
It is Euphoria. It's euphoric. It's a euphoric feeling.
I thought euphoric was like super happy.
I thought Euphoria. No, okay, then we're thinking of something different.
Nostalgia.
Dude, I love that word.
You've even in one of your original podcasts, you couldn't remember that word, and like I remember saying it to you while you were on the podcast. I was like nostalgia, but yeah, you never.
I think that sounds familiar. Yeah.
Oh, and thanks to Sweet Cheeks Incorporated, Marley, yeah, she gave us strawberries and cream. So you've never had this before.
I'm not a big sweets person. I know it's not dairy, but like just that it's condensed milk.
Yeah.
And it's white, you know.
So shout out Sweet Cheeks. We're gonna taste this. I love this shit.
Okay. I'll fucks with it heavy.
It's mostly strawberries too, so it's all the strawberry taste. Today's just like a drinking and eating podcast.
I know. I don't even know if we did the right combination, like beer before cream.
I know. Modelo and...
That's probably not a good mix, beer and like...
Probably not.
But it's good, though.
It's good.
Well,
we'll finish.
Thanks, Sweet Cheeks.
Thank you.
Sweet Cheeks sounds like something you would tell like your sugar mama.
That's what I was going to say.
Like after she cooks food for you and gives you like your $1,000 daily allowance, you smack her on the ass. Thanks, Sweet Cheeks.
I was about to say, that's my wife.
No, not your wife. I'm talking about like a sugar mom. I guess your wife is your sugar mom. I don't know.
Oh, dude, that's so funny. But yeah, thanks, dude. This is fucking badass. I've never seen one this shape and this size. But it's so funny because the top is like the regular. You think some guy was like making the glass and he's like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
He like kept going. And yeah, he's like, oh.
No, yeah. Dude, these like in Old English... I remember these were legit. I mean, they're still pretty expensive. Like one of these is like 3 something, almost similar to like some tall cans, like a 24 ounce.
Can I taste your Old English?
Yes, you can.
I've never tasted.
You've never had it?
I've never had Old English.
Well, it's malt liquor.
Okay.
So I don't know if malt liquor.
Is there a big difference between malt liquor and regular?
Yeah, you'll taste it. I think malt liquor tastes like beer that kind of sat out and then they refrigerated it, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So technically, I think a Four Loko is considered a malt liquor.
Really?
I don't know what malt means.
I just had malt milkshakes.
Yeah. See, yeah, exactly, right? So I don't know if it's like a dairy in it. I don't know.
Huh.
Yeah. But I had this.
Sorry. I was thinking it had like an IPA taste, but it doesn't. That's what I was expecting, you know?
The hoppy taste?
Yeah. But no.
Yeah, when the first time I ever had one, well, I've always known about them from movies and like just everyone talking like, give me a 40 OE. You know what I'm saying? And so when I was in Colorado, it was around the time like, you know, first year on my own, not really knowing how to budget my money. So like, you know, the week before you get paid, you know, that weekend, it's like I don't have a lot of money. I have like $10. So it's like I would buy like 3 of these. And then like as whatever was left, I'd buy all cup of noodles.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And that would be like my weekend treat, you know, I'd be fine Monday through whatever. Cause I would just go to like to the DFAC, like the cafeteria. And then I would just get, you know, my free food pretty much, I guess technically. And so I would drink these. And I remember like I said, I'd get like 3 or 4 of them. And dude, these were like, I think one would get me so buzzed. I don't know how much, like, oh, it's 7.5%. Okay. So 7.5% alcohol volume.
Okay.
Which is like an IPA nowadays almost.
Yeah.
And this is just and this is a cheap beer. Like I said, now they're pretty expensive, like 3 something, but like back in the day, not even back in the day, but like 2013, they were only like maybe $1 something or 2 something.
What is this? This probably like really low in.
Oh, Modelo's are like a 5.0
right?
or something. Like
4.4.
Yeah. Modelo's, Bud Light, Coronas, all those are going to be like no higher than a 5.
Yeah.
I think the highest is like maybe a Bud Light Platinum, which is like 7.
Yeah. I've never had a Bud Light Platinum.
It tastes just like Bud Light. I don't know if it's like I don't know, but it tastes just like it.
See, I just always thought Budweiser was like the stronger version of Bud Light.
Well, I mean, Budweiser was like Coke, and then Bud Light was like Coke Zero.
Okay.
If that makes sense. It's not like diet-wise. Yeah. It's just like it was like less calories and like less
okay.
Like alcohol volume.
When I went to Texas, did you see that beer I was drinking? It's like from the first
Yingling.
The Yingling?
Yeah.
Is that what yeah.
So
have you had one?
Yeah. I didn't know they were. Well, okay. So I drank them in Korea for the first time.
Really?
I thought it was a Korean beer or something, or I thought it was like only from here. But then I found out this was like old school.
Yeah.
Like before Bud Light, Budweiser.
This is America's first beer.
Yeah. And so
like, yeah, dude.
Yeah. So I saw this and I was like, what? I was like, you got a Yingling?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's
and it tastes like a Bud Light. It tastes like a beer.
I think it looks. It tasted better than a Bud Light.
I can see that.
I like the flavor more than a Bud Light. It was more smoother, and so they had the dark one. What is it? The amber one, and then they had the regular one. So I like the regular. I like both, honestly.
I've never had an amber beer. Like the other day, I saw a commercial.
Well, didn't you have isn't Kilt Lifter? You never had a Kilt Lifter?
I never had a Kilt Lifter.
Really?
Like
I was fucking hate get your Kilt Lifter.
Like I just saw a commercial there. They have Modelo Negro. I never had that.
That one's good too.
And that's a
yeah, I think that one's just I think it's an amber.
It's an amber, right?
Yeah, but because I would say that one's probably the closest to a Kilt Lifter. If you don't know Kilt Lifter's a Tempe beer. It's 4 Peaks. So,
Tempe, Arizona.
Yeah, Tempe, Arizona.
Oh, okay.
So it's bomb. Which is funny because I don't even like IPAs, but that's probably as close to an IPA as possible. Like it's really clear. It's strong. But
so something I want to talk about today that I've been hearing about a lot,
yes,
and a lot of people are like, you need to jump on it.
Okay.
Is this whole, what's the name of it? This whole new universe is about to come to light. Metaverse,
dude. Yeah.
And at first when I heard it, I was like, it's all bullshit so this is the way I see it. So if you guys don't know, the metaverse is pretty much like you live in the real world, but I know to a lot of other motherfuckers, this isn't the real world. This is the Matrix. It's like another universe, but this is the real world for all you regular people or normal people. Now they're making like a, what's the thing called?
Virtual reality.
A virtual reality world that's going to be real. Like you can buy stuff in this virtual reality. So they're saying in the future, like years from now, not even years, maybe like 10 years, 5.
Dude, less. Probably 5. Yeah.
There's going to be a whole world where you just put on this VR and you're a whole completely different person. You have different types of money, all this stuff, right?
Dude, people already have jobs in there.
Dude, the other day, on Impulsive, they were talking about that someone bought a virtual reality yacht for like $500,000.
Yep.
To have in the virtual reality world in this
Not
metaverse.
even in real life, yeah.
And they were like, they looked it up and they're like, one of the cheapest like used older yachts is at least that much.
Yep.
And so my thing is on the bad side, or the side that pisses me off, or I guess like a rant I could go back to, is like, so for when I was younger, I used to love video games. There a certain point in my life, I fucked up video games for myself because I was playing it. I was playing, like, for instance, like Need for Speed, right? I was unlocking all these cars and I was getting all this money and I was like, I was getting these badass cars and I was like, wait, once this game is over, I go back to my shitty life. I go back to my shitty, poor, like boring, normal life. So once I'm in this game, that's when I get to enjoy this stuff. But outside of that, I don't get to bring it out into the real world.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean
ever.
I could have a GTR in this game, but in real life, I don't have a car at all. It doesn't matter what you portray in these video games. It's how you are in real life. So that kind of ruined video games for me. So that's why even to this day, like I won't play a story mode game. Anything I unlock, I'm like, what am I going to do with that? If I have $1 billion in Grand Theft Auto and I can do whatever I want, that's cool visually, but like physically and like in real life, that doesn't help me in any way. And so that was the one thing that got me. But the more I'm hearing about this whole metaverse and the way it's supposed to work and like how you're going to benefit it from it, like in the real world, I'm starting to think we should get ahead of the game. I want to do it for my podcast. Go over to the Solving the Pod. I got episode 55 coming out with Jared and Eric.
Son of a bitch.
Go to manscaped.com, use promo code SOP20 for 20% off. But anyways, and so for my podcast as well as this one, I think we should get ahead of the curve. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to do this.
Do a metaverse podcast?
Yes, but not so much like we just do a metaverse podcast. Like I'm talking like we do a podcast, we film it somehow this metaverse, but like people that tune in, so they say they listen to it, it's mainly going to be visual. You can have a live audience as far as maybe we do like the very first, the episode we do, that's going to be the live one that you do in the metaverse, right? And then obviously we save it for like future, so people that couldn't make it to that metaverse, like that episode, they can just listen to it and they can hear the people in the crowd. Or you just film an episode and instead of just putting on headphones or like watching on YouTube, you put on this headset and you're in the crowd or you're like in a seat with us.
Okay.
You can't really do anything because it's already pre-recorded and everything, but like you just get more of like, we would film the whole room.
Yeah.
So like say there's, say we're doing an episode right now, we have no connection with this other person that hops in and they watch the episode where they're just standing right here or sitting right here.
Okay.
And they're looking around and the whole time they're listening to this episode, they're also like, so this is a studio.
Yeah.
They get more behind the scenes and like, I think that would be cool.
So let me ask you this. In the metaverse, you have to rent a studio space.
Okay.
So would you rather put $2,000 down in a metaverse studio or in a real studio?
Well, if it's what I think it's going to be, I'm assuming...
Because you're still going to have to pay... to build...
To rent,
build a fucking place in
so
the
if it's what I'm assuming, I'm going to say that you do like a $200 metaverse studio, but then in real life it's like $20. There's no way that $200 of rent in real life for a studio is the same as it was in metaverse because it ruins it all. You have to somehow like upgrade it more. So it's just like the whole yacht thing.
Yeah, well,
that guy that paid $500,000 for that virtual yacht is probably like considered like $1 billion yacht in real life. You get what I'm saying? Okay. It can't be. There's no way that the money. It's not. Otherwise, the universe is not going to make sense.
So I just asked that because I remember I heard already that you can buy land, and the most expensive land that you can buy is $1 million, like $1 million, and people are buying it.
That would make sense because I mean I'm pretty sure in real life the most expensive land is way more than $1 million.
Yeah. Okay. I see what
so you're saying like a piece of land is like the same amount as like a house in like the hills in Beverly Hills? Doesn't make any sense.
I see what you're saying. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it'd be fucking cool to do like a fucking futuristic virtual reality podcast. But yeah, I feel like if we were to do it, we need to jump on it like now.
Yeah. Well, because like I said, once again, going back to Jer, he had gave me the idea to like do something like that. And not even him, actually, my girl's brother, I guess my brother-in-law, he was telling me like, yo, this whole metaverse, like you should jump on it. He was telling me like, you need to do something with it like now. And I'm like, okay, but how? He's like, I don't know, like research, like figure it out because you got to get ahead of the curve. Yeah. Because like from what I'm hearing, it's like a for sure thing that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Like it's inevitable. It's going to happen. We can't stop it.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, it's powered. Yeah. Facebook, Instagram are powered by Metaverse, which I thought was just a fancy, like super robotic, cool ass name for like a new company. Yeah. But little did I know that this is where it's like leading towards.
Have you ever seen the movie Surrogates or Gamer?
I've seen Gamer. That's the one where he's like, it's the same thing.
Gerard Butler. Yeah.
Oh, no. I saw one. What's the one where the guy's like he's pretty much poor, but he lives like in this like
Ready Player One.
Ready Player One.
So yeah, that's kind of pretty much
okay.
So Gamer, Gamer's different.
Oh, I know Gamer. Okay.
Yeah, just because they're using actual humans. Like you take the bot control of someone and you go to like this fake place and you see it as a video game, but you play them. But yeah, I guess Ready Player One would be the best example.
Yeah.
Because you put on this headset, you put on a suit, and then you're fucking living there.
So is there anything that you can think of out of the metaverse that you would benefit from though?
I could look hot without going to the gym.
But doesn't that suck though? Because
yeah, I know.
You're gonna get so in tune with that you're never gonna want to come back to the real life.
Well,
you don't want to come back to your normal, basic, whack life. But like, imagine if like in the real life we only had our normal, 120 some followers on Instagram and like 40 some subscribers. But in the metaverse, we have like 1.2 billion subscribers and we have, a billion followers on Instagram, like all this shit. And it's like, why would I want to go back to my normal life when I have this amazing life in like this fake life? But technically it's not because it's real people tuning in to like that world. I don't know. I think it's going to get, there's going to turn into warehouses of like, just brain dead people at that point. They're just gonna be sitting in this place. So that's what I was gonna say. And it's like, what are they doing? It's like, oh, they're living their life in the metaverse, and they're just stuck like that. It's
look at all the movies. Look at everything that goes bad is for that reason that they stay in the computer for too long. They want to live just on the computer. Mm-hmm. So I mean, I feel like that's gonna be a big downfall for sure because everyone's gonna want to live their fake life. I mean, look at social media. Look how much like people that like are fake on social media just to get likes and get the big following when they're not really like that. But metaverse is just going to be even worse because you're going to be able to create yourself. You're going to be able to create your life.
Yeah.
From the ground up. So.
Yeah. And actually I was thinking about it now as you were talking, but something you could benefit from is like, I guess you could like widen your audience.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if it goes down to that, like we do the metaverse where we have like people come in, then it could transfer over in like real life. Like maybe someone, then it would just be like, well, I can't catch them on the metaverse, but I'm on the road, so I'll just put in some headphones or I'll listen to it through the car. Like it could also it could be like another social media, like marketing type thing.
Yeah. So it'd be like a virtual reality Twitch stream.
Yeah.
Because they're watching us, but they're going to be able to interact.
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to be like a live studio audience. Like we're like Jimmy Kimmel and then we're just talking and we have guests or whatever and then they're watching us like they're at a show.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy.
Also, if the metaverse could do like a thing where people in the military, say they're across or overseas, right? Instead of, just calling someone for like a couple minutes, because of the time difference and shit, you can just hop in this metaverse and it'd be like, oh, babe, like I have like a, 2 hours before we go on our next mission. Like, let's hop on the metaverse and let's go on a date.
Yeah.
And you can have a full on date night and like there's no such thing as ever as like a, what is it? Long distance relationship.
That's
they
very
can bring
true.
a lot of things closer. Like there's a lot of pros and cons, and I don't know. I think like we talk, like you said, like it's inevitable. It's gonna happen. We just got to prepare for it. But I think what I was mainly going back to was just like we need to get ahead of it and like somehow figure it out. Because I was listening to that podcast, the Impulsive one with Logan, and he was talking about that. He's like, I'm telling you guys right now, like if you guys are listening, like get on it now. Start figuring out a way how you're gonna mush your whatever life. Product you're doing, whatever your YouTube, everything. Try to transfer it over to Metaverse and somehow figure it out. At least have an idea, so when the time comes, you can start working on it. Not that 2025 comes around and it's like, oh, this is the Metaverse now. Like this is a thing.
You're late.
And it's like, oh, I want to create this. It's like it's already done, buddy.
Yeah.
Like we got to be doing that now,
dude. And
I don't know if we're giving away like too much. So like people listening are like, I'm gonna hop on it now.
Yeah.
But everyone's listening. I hope everyone listening is gonna be like me and be like, that's stupid. Bless you.
No, but what I was gonna say is I think the first thing you would have to do is save up for a fucking headset and a computer, a supercomputer.
Yeah.
Because to hold that much memory and that much like bandwidth with the internet and all the people, and you're gonna need a supercomputer. You're gonna need a really good fucking headset, good earphones. We already got the mics because the mics are gonna work, but yeah, dude, it'll be a big investment for something that would pay off in 5 to 10 years.
You know what's going back to the whole headset thing? So let's just talk nowadays, right? We have the VR headsets and stuff, and I know you've seen a lot of those videos where people are like in the VR world and they're like doing things where they have to like hop over something and they actually do it in real life.
Yeah.
How did they create this and not realize like, okay, we need to somehow make a safe space to let people know like, okay, if you keep walking in real life, you're going to walk into a wall.
So they do have that. It's just the cheaper ones don't.
But that's what I'm saying. Is like I don't know how you would do it though. Like, would you have to be on a treadmill?
Oh, I see.
You
what
get what I'm
mean.
saying? Because like in the game, from what I've seen on like virtual like VR headsets, is like you have to kind of like move your feet or like do something with your hands or like reach out to actually do the movement in the virtual world. It's like, okay, but what if I'm walking and I stop and I'm by a wall and I just go to punch a guy and I punch the fucking wall in real life.
Yeah.
Like how is that not like a thing that they haven't figured out? Like, oh, we didn't think about that. We didn't think people were gonna actually try to do it in real life. It's like, well, how the fuck else do you think they're supposed to do it? They're going based off their real life body movements.
So there's like a platform. It's like a disc that you step in there and it holds your waist. So you can be running, and it's like a treadmill, like a 360 treadmill, where you can be running and it runs, and then you can be like going side to side, and you can be like running, stopping, and everything, and it goes with you. So there's that. There's
so it's
one way.
Constant movement in that
Or you can just stay there, but it's really cool. And then there is like in LA. I've always wanted to go to the one. I think there's one in Santa Monica where it's a room. It's like a virtual reality room.
Yeah.
Where if there's a wall here, there's a wall there in virtual reality. So they what they did is they created a 3D model of the room. They put sensors like on all corners of the room. So if there's like a rock here, there's a rock there in real life. So you'll trip over it. So they're one of the games is like a zombie outbreak. So there's pillars there. You can be like hiding. You can have your AR, your gun, and you can be like running around. But you know if there's a wall there, there's a fucking wall there in real life.
There better not be a fucking glitch like mid game and you just like hop over.
Yeah, right.
Like a river and like. You hop over and like mid hop, like in the actual virtual thing, you just like land on like normal land and you land in like water in real life. Like that's the thing is like sucks is like we're going more towards like electronic and like shit that can be easily faulted.
Yeah.
Like power can go out, stuff like that. Like so much stuff can happen in this like virtual world that it's like, we got to also like base it off that.
Have you ever played virtual reality? Like legit?
No, the closest I ever got was like when it first came out. I think for like PS4, my brother had got the virtual thing, and it was like the basic thing. Like I think there was one like you can like you act like you're in like a market and you're like the cash register person.
Really?
Yeah. So like all you do is like you kind of just like you walk around and you put groceries back up. It's really weird, and you're just like doing. Remember the hand sticks for the PlayStation?
Yeah.
It was like one of those, and I was like. This is cool. Like I'm just like doing this and I'm like trying to put it on the tape, like on the counter, like just weird shit like that, like trying to cash people out.
The other ones are like if you're trying to hold stuff, there's like little triggers here. If you're gonna like shoot, there's triggers up here. To move around, some of them have like the little joysticks. There's a VR gaming place here in Yuma, so we'll have to go one day because it is interesting to see.
Is it full on VR? Like the good one?
Yeah. You can walk around. It gives you like little space. But some of the games you can walk around. Some of the games you can teleport. Like you tell it, okay, I want to go over here. So it moves it there, you know? So it's cool in that way because it is crazy to see how the screen really tricks your brain to think it's there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And it's very interesting that I was just like, oh, shit, like I'm not in the game. Like, it's pretty interesting.
Well, I mean, I told you back in the day, and I don't think they have it anymore, but like Universal Studios, like Hollywood, they'd have Terminator 4D or 3D.
Oh yeah.
And it became like it was like, obviously it was Universal Studios, so it was like top notch, like actual 3D. And like there'd be times like I remember watching it and I'd have to take the glasses off to just be like, okay, like this is all just on the screen. Because like there was shit that would come at you, and like you would just like you could feel yourself doing this like whoa. And then you'd be like, okay, like I just need to take it off because you would start freaking out.
You're like, oh shit.
It just felt so real.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, that's honestly where we're going. The future of staying home and working, living and commuting or doing everything from home.
Does this make you sad though?
Very sad, because I want to be able to go play outside.
Okay. In real life.
Yeah, right? Because even when we have kids, like that's going to be their normal. Yeah. They're probably going to go to school in the metaverse. There's not going to be like schools.
I think they'll go to school,
but
they'll come back and then they'll put VR on when they get home, and they're just going to be like, my life's shitty in like the real world. Like I get bullied and I get picked on, and then you get home and then you just hop back into your metaverse world where like you're just like, oh, like in this world, I'm like the star quarterback, or I'm the popular kid, or I'm the cheerleader. Like it just like fucks everybody, because it's like then it turns into like back in the day, like when you would be like, oh, I have more money. It's like, no, I have $1 million in my bank account. Yeah. Now it turns into like, oh, I'm better than you in real life. It's like, yeah, well, in the metaverse, like I beat you up or some shit. It's like, okay, well, that doesn't fucking matter.
You don't think that because of COVID and how long we've already been in quarantine and how long these new strains have been coming out, you don't think schools are going to just be like, all right, we're just going to go virtual reality?
School, I can see that. And it's going to fuck up a lot of kids, though.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
As far as like, I mean, unless they do like a metaverse where like you go to class and everyone else also is in that. So it's like, technically you're around those people as far as like the type of person they are, like their mental and everything. But like you never have physical interaction with them. Yeah. So like maybe like in class and then you go like out to or break, or I don't know, in between class or whatever the fuck it would called. Like then you would like, oh, I like that girl, and you go talk to her in the metaverse, and like in real life it'd be like, hey, like later on today, like I don't know, in the real world, let's go on a date. Like it gives you like, enough. Ew. Yeah, I'd like, oh, that was just fake on the metaverse. It wasn't real.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Or it's a guy.
Oh yeah. Or it's a dog. I don't know.
Or someone.
Who knows? Yeah, dude. At this point, like, at this point, like so many things are like that would never happen that they are happening. Yeah. At this point, it's like anything you could say like in the future, it's gonna be okay to date your mom. It's like possibly, maybe, who knows? I don't fucking know.
I wouldn't. Okay.
I wouldn't do it. Yeah, me neither.
What? All right, Jordan. Okay. Oh shit. Should we just jump in straight into question of the day? We've been going on for a good hour.
Did you say question of the day?
Question of the day.
Wow, that's racist.
That's racist.
Yeah, I gotta go pee though.
Okay. Well, we'll just take a quick break then.
Okay, yeah. I also need a question.
Okay, we'll be right back.
All
right. Jordan, are you ready for this?
I'm not ready.
For your very favorite segment of the day.
What is it?
Question.
Oh, you can't do it by yourself?
No.
Come on. Spotlight's on you.
This is an us thing.
Okay.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Question of the day.
Bang, 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 boom, 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 boom.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
We should have like a full-on like, instead of like bombs dropping, we'll just have like a bunch of people running around and getting shot by aliens and stuff. Can you do that?
I'll look for it.
All right, cool.
If it doesn't happen, I couldn't find it. All right, sir. Do you want me to go first? Or do you want to go first?
You go first, because I know it's on the top of your head, so I don't want you to forget it.
If you could detach any part of your body, what would it be and why?
If I could detach any part of my body?
And why? Like, you can still use it.
Oh, easy. So easy. I do this all the time. Sometimes when I'm drunk, I'll say this.
What?
My penis.
Really? Why?
So there's so many times, like, there's times that I've legit have been like, someone's like, oh, I gotta take a piss. Like, oh, yo, like kind of like pretty much saying like, can you take mine and do mine for me too? Like, pee for me? So like, dude, say we're doing a show, right? Like doing an episode and like it has to continue, like for some reason it has to continue to keep going. I would, and you're like, I'm gonna go take a piss, and like you had to go real bad. I'd be like, yo, here, like empty mine, like, empty mine for me too.
And just like,
yeah, but it would be like normal.
Yeah, I get
You'd be like, yo, you're gonna bring your dick sleeve? It's like, oh, my bad. And you put it in there. It's like, here, here's my dick tube.
Here, germaphobe.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. You wear a mask too in the car. But yeah, easily. That's a good one. That's a great one. But definitely my
your penis. Okay.
Because like,
but will the bladder come with it? Or is it just gonna be like
Bluetooth?
Bluetooth.
So like, if I'm sitting here with like my fucking waist like just all expanding, and you just like, and then you go pee first, and then I hear you peeing, I'm like, motherfucker, he went first. And you're in there, and I'm talking, I'm like, oh, and then you finally let me go. I'm like, anyways, what I was saying was, yeah, no, it would be, yeah,
okay,
it'd have to work that way.
Yeah, okay.
Actually, it'd be more of one of those things where like instead of the pee, your bladder would kind of be useless at that point. It'd be more of like the pee would just fill up in the penis,
and then detach it and goes with it.
Yeah. So I think the only downside would be, realistically, was probably you'd have to hold around like a boner, pretty much. Okay. You'd have to hold all the pee. Yeah, exactly. or if me and you both, we obviously like in real life, if we could like detach our penises, we'd have a bottle, and it's like while you're talking, it's like, oh, excuse me, real quick. And it's like over here on the side, like I unscrew my penis, put it over here. No, keep talking.
No, yeah. Well.
Yeah, and then just yeah.
It's a screw on.
Yeah. It'd be like a.
I was just thinking like a.
It'd be like a silencer. Yeah. Oh, I threaded it.
I overdid it.
I over tightened it.
Oh,
snapped.
Shit, dude, that's funny. That's a good one. Yeah, probably penis.
Yeah.
I would just like, if I ever went like on a work trip again, I'd just be like, here, Marley.
Oh wow, that'd be like the ultimate like, oh, you whooped. Like, oh, did he bring his penis? Oh, he didn't bring his fucking penis.
No,
wow.
I wasn't thinking of it like that. I was thinking about it like you're just like in a work meeting, like, yeah, Gerald, we need those.
Toss it to her.
No. She already has it. Like I'm like out in the field or whatever, and then like I'm just like, Gerald, we're gonna need those fucking like. Oh God. See, that's what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking about the whip, but that's funny too. I guess so.
You're like, you about to pee again? No, I think I'm about to come.
You're like, no, look. What's yours?
All right.
What's your question?
All right. So let's say, what's like the cutest animal you've ever seen? Or what's like the cutest animal ever to you?
Probably like a puppy.
Okay. So, would you bite a live puppy's head for $500,000? Or would you take care of it, feed it, give it a name, let it live with you for a couple months, and then bite its head off for $500 million?
Fuck! I didn't think I was gonna be that much money. Oh,
well, I went a little freestyle. This one said like, would you bite a live gerbil's head off for $5,000, or would you take care of it, feed it, and have it as your pet, and then bite its head off for $10,000?
For how long though?
How long? What?
Would you take care of it?
I told you, for like 6 months.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, you build a relationship with it.
Yeah, dude,
you love it.
hard.
You name it. Every time you come home, you're like, oh, come here, baby. You sleep with it. It cuddles you. You feed it. You take care of it.
It loves you?
Yeah, of course it does. Yeah.
God.
You're giving it all this affection. They don't know any better. They're just like, oh, this is the person that's going to take care of me for the rest of my life.
I'm just going to rip off the Band-Aid. Nope. Just kill it right away.
Really? For the $5 million?
Fuck,
500,000?
500,000. Yeah, dude. My heart would not be able to take it. I think I would just die right away.
Oh.
Like, that's just so sad.
Dude, you're tripping. I would baby it. I would take care of it. I would feed it. I would let it, like,
maybe I would.
Dude, $500 million.
I know.
You could like, at that point, you could like
buy all the puppies.
Buy all the puppies. You could like, you have so much money. You could get it. What's it called? You make a copy of it.
Yeah, clone it.
You could clone it. And technically, like, you would kill it, and like you still have the other one. Like, it's the same everything. You could do so much.
I know, but damn, dude, I would just be too attached.
Yeah.
Like,
honestly, even for the 500,000 would be hard because, like,
yeah.
Like, I'm talking like a puppy comes out, you know, it's got out. It's like what, 6 months. Yeah. It's 6 months age wise, and it comes to you as soon as you get,
to bite the head off?
As soon as you get it, you got to bite the head off. Let's just be realistic. You got to stomp it on its head while it's feeding, while it's eating. Just stomp on it like a fucking cockroach. Yeah.
That 500 million would do a lot of good.
Okay. Yeah. For one puppy.
But it's my puppy.
Yeah, that is true. That's where, yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Kingsman? The movie?
Mm-mm.
That's one of their tests in the Kingsman. So like to be
wait. Is that the Irish one? Are they Irish?
It's British. Like they're like British spies.
Okay.
Yeah, so one of their tests to be officially like a spy, they gave him a puppy. One of them is a pug. Everyone gets like a Rottweiler, like a whole bunch of other like a pit bull and shit like that. But he's the only one that gets a pug, and he like fails all the tests because of this dog. But he like loves them because he like raises them and everything. He's like, all right, your final test. Here's a gun, kill it. And then he's just like, what? He's like, yeah, kill it. And then like he's like about to shoot it, and like he's like, no, I can't do it. So he fails. Like the main guy.
If it was with a gun, I could do it.
It would be easier, but goddamn, dude, still.
Dude, like it's so like I have such a fucked up brain that there's so many times when like I see like you know those there's like TikTok videos where it's like this machine that it's like I don't know how many tons of weight, but it's like a thing, it like grinds stuff and it like,
oh yeah.
What is it called?
Yeah, a shredder. It's like a
shredder, but it's like an industrial shredder. Like you could throw like anything,
like a car, and it'll
just and I was just like, my dog loves me so much that if I was to call it over, it would jump on my lap and I would pick it up and just drop in this thing and just go. And I think about that and I'm like, and like I have these fucked up thoughts that come in my mind like on like a daily basis that I'm just like, oh, that's like for a good like 10 minutes I'm just depressed and I'm like, why would I do that to my dog? Like it's not real life, but just the idea of like throwing it in that shredder. Dude.
Oh god.
Or like just thinking like this dog has so much trust in me. Like it jumps into my lap, I'm holding it. Next thing I know, I just throw it into like a fucking pit of fire.
She's like, oh, dude, that's so sad.
It makes you want to cry. Like think about it, because it's so sad. It's like they look at you like, oh, like you're gonna take care of me forever. Like I'm not gonna be here for a long time, but the little bit of time I am here, you're gonna love me and you're gonna take care of me. And as long as I'm with you, I'm safe. And it's like, yeah. And then it's like, psych.
Psych. Like, oh,
500 million.
500 million. Oh, that's the only way to look at it.
I would do the 500 million.
Now that you kind of convinced me, I probably would. I would just buy fucking more puppies.
I would do anything for $500 million.
Damn.
I would have a 24-year relationship. I'm sorry. If my girl's listening, I'm sorry, babe. But like, if someone gave me $500 million to shoot you, I'll the next yacht I have, I'll name it after you.
Like, damn, that's a badass yacht.
With all the baddest bitches on it.
God damn.
Hey, don't fucking touch that spot. It's her favorite spot. Yeah. Get over here.
That spot's taken. Like, ooh. Like, don't worry about it. Hey.
The person that I fucking killed for this whole yacht my whole life.
Yeah, hey, don't worry about it. R.I.P. God damn, dude, that's fucked. Well, anyways, Jordan, any last comments?
Concerns? I don't know. We're at an hour and 3. I don't know. I want to keep going, but I don't know. I have so much shit going on in my mind. I don't know. I don't like ending it right now.
Really?
I'm in like a good mood. Like I just want to keep going about stuff.
You're just
give me a topic. Name something, and I'll go off this.
Do you think we should teach racial discrimination in schools, and why not? Do you feel like white people are oppressed in schools as well? I'm just kidding.
No, I think no. I think we shouldn't, because the more we bring it to light, the more it's going to be a thing.
Okay.
Joe, I don't know if this is okay to say. You can cut it off if you want, but like, there's a video that I saw on my Instagram the other day of a black girl being hanged.
Really?
In a garage.
Oh shit!
Like recently.
That's sad.
I don't know if I can't get the story right.
I was just fucking up. I was just fucking around.
I know. I'm sorry, but that came to my mind because I was like, whoa. But like, there was a video where it's like this young black girl was like with these two white guys, and they like, I don't know if they knocked her out or what, but she was all like kind of out of it, and they put a noose around her head and they hung her in their garage.
Damn. And
there's like a Confederate flag in the background.
Ooh.
Yeah, dude. I was like, what? And it was on Instagram. It was like one of those things where it was like, it was one of those things where like they're trying to bring light to this case.
Yeah. Like it's not a big name. It's not a big case. So they're trying to, wow.
And it was like one of those things where it was like you have to click on the video like to accept the like like this is gonna be very graphic. Like if you want to watch it, you gotta accept it. And I clicked and I was like, holy shit! I was like, they're hanging this girl. I was like, how is this okay? Like, dude, there's so many times I come across stuff on the internet. I'm like,
how?
Am I gonna like, is the FBI gonna come get me?
Dude.
Oh, for instance, like the other day, the guy I work with, he was telling me that on, I don't know if you know this, but on DirecTV, there's like a channel and they do, they like to, show a lot of movies that are like from different countries.
Okay. Yeah.
He said there's one segment they do where they'll do it's an hour long like show or a movie. But each in that hour, there's probably like 4 or 5 different stories being told. So each one's like, he said there's some that are like 2 to 5 minutes long and it's like a short story, but they're all like horror or like creepy or like scary or like, oh, what the fuck? And there's some that are like a good like 20, 30 minutes, like a full on. But he was telling me about this one that was this girl went on a date with this guy, ended up liking him. They hang out, they hook up one time, and then he starts to get into this fetish of like, okay, like there's one thing I like is I like when I like to tie girls down. So he ties her down. And then he likes to put a collar around her. Like a collar, like a dog leash. And then she's like, oh, okay, like that's kind of weird, but okay, like I'll do it. And he does that. And then as time goes on, he like he makes her dinner one night, and then like after they're done with dinner, she's like washing dishes and she realizes like he like made like dog food for her. And the more and more it's going, he's like treating her like a dog. At one point, like they want to have sex, and like he's like, I only fuck like doggy style. And then like she's like, okay, and like at first she's kind of like, I don't like this is kind of weird, but okay. And then he's like, and then after they're done, she's like wants to fall asleep in his bed. And he's like, no, you're sleeping outside. Like you've been a bad girl.
Damn.
And she's like, okay, like I'll play along with this. And then she's sleeping outside in the backyard, like in this like little like barn with all his other like actual dogs. And then like, at one point, like they're like, she's kind of like accepting like, okay, this guy's kind of a weirdo, but like he takes care of me and like he loves me and like he's a good looking dude, whatever. And then he's like, oh, like I want to make puppies with you. And she's just like, oh my God, like he wants to have babies with me. Like he finally, like I like passed the test. And so, and like they're getting all hot and ready, and like she has her leash on, everything. She's tied to the bed. And then he's like, no, not with me. Like, I want you to fuck I want my dog to fuck you and have puppies with you. And she's like freaking out. She's like, no. And he like punches her, knocks her out. And she wakes up. And like the last scene you see is like her tied to the bed. And you see her like from like the face first, she looks up. And behind her, you see the dog about to mount her. And the dog fucks her, puts her penis inside her. And she's just like, and then she's just like crying and she's getting fucked by this like actual dog. And then the guy's like, yeah, and he likes it. And then like she goes and then he puts her in the backyard because she was acting bad again. And then like at one point, like she breaks free and she like bashes his head in with like a brick or something. And like she bashes his head in and like his brains all over the floor in the kitchen. And like she starts eating the brains and all the dogs come in and start eating his brains too.
The fuck is this?
Dude, it's such a fucked up film.
So it sounds like one Sundance Films because
it was.
Okay, I know there's a channel that they have all the Sundance movies.
Oh, it was called something. It was called. So it was. I don't know what the actual channel was on DirecTV, but the segment or like that 1 hour like different stories was called like mini horror stories. Or
okay, yeah, that's
mini horrors or something or
that's
horror
Sundance.
minis.
Because I went to one of the show in Sundance 2020, and like it was just nothing but scary movies for like an hour. Okay. Or it was like short films, but it's like 5 of them, and it's nothing but scary.
Yeah, but he told me about that, and like what I'm trying to get back at was like we were trying to find because he was like telling me about it, but he couldn't remember the name of the title or nothing or anyone that he's like they were talking like Spain Spanish.
Oh, okay.
It was like Spanish, but it was like very like different, and so he's like I can't remember the name, so I started googling like.
Oh shit!
Movie that where guy makes girl, forces girl to have sex with dog, and then a bunch of like porn sites started coming up with like bestiality, and I was like, oh fuck no! And I got out of it, I was like, oh dude, like the FBI's gonna come track me. They're like,
yeah,
this guy,
dude,
because like that's a big thing.
Yeah,
I didn't know that like bestiality is very similar to like child porn.
Yeah, it's illegal.
Once you start looking it up, you're like on the radar. They're like, what the fuck is this guy searching? And they'll go after you. So I was like, oh fuck no, dude. Like there was like porn sites that were like,
you're already flagged.
Yeah, like girl gets fucked by horse and shit. And I was like, I kind of want to see it, but at the same time, I don't want to get in trouble. You know?
Hey, interesting, but not here.
By the way, you want to go to Mexico?
Yeah.
I heard they have the best tacos over there. They have great shows. Let's go check it out.
I think this is a great place to end it now.
Yeah, sorry. Just he was talking about it like last week, and I was just thinking about it for a long time. I was like, that's fucking crazy. Like, there's a lot of films out there that are like that. Yeah. Like, especially foreign films.
Well, I mean, we talked about there's something about the Johnsons.
Oh, I told him about that one.
Yeah.
And even he was like, oh, okay, like, yeah. But like,
that one's on YouTube. That one shows nothing.
That one's on YouTube, but like,
but it's all mental, dude.
It pretty much, it's like, this is pretty much what happened. We're not going to tell you, but you can only imagine what could be. But no, this one shows it. And I mean, I've seen so many fucked up films.
Yeah.
And like, they're not snuff films. They're not like, I can get in trouble for them. They're just like films that were filmed like in Russia or like Spain or Germany or like weird fucking place, Dubai, like weird places where like that's okay over there. And that's why it trips me out that like certain movies that we have like certain movies we have don't get played in like other countries.
Yeah, right. But they have like way worse movies. Yeah,
like what is it? The Interview wasn't played in Korea.
Ah, well,
and that makes sense.
That makes sense.
But at the same time, like they have some fucked up films as well. Yeah. But it's like, oh no, you're talking about like our leader or our president. It's like, no, that's not okay. We're not gonna allow that. Yeah. It's like, what the fuck would you allow? Like, you allow this like kid to get fucked by like a goat or something, or this kid fucks a goat at like 5 years old, and that's okay?
Dude, I don't know. There's some rules. There's some,
I think I feel like our podcast is slowly turning into like movie, like entertainment. Right? Like it's an entertainment podcast as far as like movies and shows, and like I feel like some of you have listened to this and be like, I haven't seen that, so I'm gonna go check that out.
Yeah. But maybe don't go check that one out. Yeah. Because you will be on a radar for sure.
One, I'm telling you, go check out. I'm not gonna say anything about it, but just go check out. It's called I can't say the name. I can say the name, but I can't think of it right now. What's it called? It's a Russian movie.
Oh, a Serbian film.
A Serbian film. Have you seen that?
No, but I know all about it.
Oh my god, dude!
Don't
I think
watch
I heard that movie on like Vine or TikTok, like a clip of it, and I found a website that played it, and it was like that movie's like a good hour and a half or hour and something.
But everything is like the whole thing is like
And as I was watching it, I was just I didn't watch the full on film as far as like I pressed play and just like watched it. I was watching it and like some fucked up shit would happen, and then I would just like speed it up to watch the next fucked up thing. And it just got worse and worse. And like that's one of the movies like I watched and I was like, and afterwards I didn't feel right.
It's about a male porn star, but just don't watch it. Right?
Oh,
is that one right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
You can say that and people are like, well, that's normal, but like no, dude. Like these movies are things like if I could tell you, like think of the most fucked up thing you could think of.
It's very
like
true.
And it's that then 10 times more.
Yep.
Because that movie is that.
Yep.
I want to talk about it so bad, but it's
not
so
here.
Fucked up, dude.
If we had a Patreon.
I told my buddy that, the one that told me about the dog one, and he was like, the fuck? He's like, that is fucked. I was like, yeah. I was like, it gets worse.
I don't think that actor ever found a job again.
I'm pretty... if it's like the real life movie, like hopefully after he made that movie, he just made like millions of dollars. Remember? That was the whole point.
Yeah.
They were like, make this one last, porn, and you'll be set for life.
Yeah. I hope so.
But that's fucked up. That's a good, not so much a what if question, but that's a good like, we'll pay you $500 billion. You just have to star in this porn, but you don't know anything about it. I mean, first off, the minute you hear like, first you hear like $500 billion, and then you hear what? And then you hear, we have to star in this porn. It's like, wait, for $500 billion, what could I possibly be doing? What could I possibly be doing in this? Or like Faces of Death?
Yeah. I just think I would say no just because of what I know from Serbian film. So I would just say no.
Yeah, because the way it ended, it pretty much makes sense. Like, no amount of money is going to make you okay after that.
Yeah, fuck no.
Nothing's going to make you forget that.
All right, everybody, go check out a Serbian film, and I think that's a
don't do that. Don't do that. We are not promoting that.
Yeah, no, fuck no. Don't watch that movie. But all right, Jordan, are you happy now?
I feel like we should. No, we're good now. But the way we just promoted that movie, we should promote our podcast like that.
Right.
Like, because so many people are listening to it, they're like, what the fuck? They're going to look it up.
Don't do it.
You know, actually, if you're listening right now and you heard about that and you physically typed it, DM us. We're not going to put you out.
Yeah.
We'll I promise you, we're not going to post it or nothing. If we do post it, we'll scratch your name and your photo, everything on Instagram out. But like, just let us know that you actually looked it up and like you're like, holy fuck, why would you talk about that?
Yeah, if you do watch it, we didn't tell you to watch it. But
not
if you
even
do,
that. You can type it in and just get like a description of it, and you're gonna be like, what the like? Get a description of one of the scenes, you're gonna be like, what the fuck? But yeah, then like DM us or comments, whatever you want to do. We'll leave it anonymous, whatever. But
don't do it at work. Do it at home in your private like room.
Do it at home in the private when like your wife, your girlfriend, no one is around. Not even the dogs.
It's bad. All
it's so fucked. Watch it on your phone. Don't watch it on TV. Don't try to look on your laptop. Watch it on your phone because
private fucking browser.
Get a VPN if you can.
Yeah, dude.
It's not like it's
not illegal.
You can watch it because it's not. It's just the idea is so fucked up.
Yeah.
But you don't want to be known as like that's in your search history.
Yeah, it's
trust me.
Yeah. All right,
man, that's good. That's good marketing. We should do about this podcast.
Yeah.
We'll make another podcast where we talk about this one. It's like, if you like,
don't watch this podcast.
Do not. That's a good thing because a lot of people are rebels. Yeah, no one likes to be like, hey, whatever you do, you can do whatever you want in this room. Just don't touch this button.
Exactly. Yeah.
So many people are gonna be like, okay, I could watch this movie. I could play this. I could touch this. I could do this. I could do this with that. But it's like that one button doesn't want me to touch it. Why not?
Yeah, like why?
And someone's gonna go crazy and want to fucking touch it.
Yep.
And you guys are gonna Google this and you're gonna hate us for it.
You're gonna hate him.
But we told you not to. We told you not to. We both told you not to.
Yeah. I'm just kidding. Yeah. All right, guys. We'll see you. Have a good night. Don't watch that film.
I should get these beers more often. We don't finish them, and that's a first.
I know. All right, guys. Good night.
Good night, guys.
Even though you're watching this in the morning.
Love you, Andy.
Love you, Jordan.
We didn't do it last time.
I know. Love you, Jordan.
I like to end every episode where I tell you I love you because just in case anything could happen.
That's true.
Yeah.
Positiveness.
So at least if last week's episode ended and I passed away or Andy passed away, I'd be mad because it's like we didn't say we loved.
We didn't say the last time.
Love you, Andy.
Love you, Jordan. Good night.
Good night, guys.